Hello, Abhishek. How are you?
Hello, good evening, sir. I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Evening. Yes. Have you met earlier?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, you have a very unique name. I have come
Yes.
across this name for the first time. Ozarde, is
Oh,
it a surname?
yes, sir. It's a surname.
Okay. What is the meaning of that?
Sir, it doesn't have any specific kind of meaning, but we have one village named after Ozarde, and there is also one waterfall which is very famous waterfall on the way to Bombay on the name of Ozarde. You
Oh,
might
so
have heard that.
it's the name of the place then,
Yes, sir.
rather.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Even my name bears the name of a place. Uh,
Oh,
uh, so the moment they read your name, they are going to ask you this question because this is
okay.
something unique. And
Yes,
please
sir.
be proud that you are a very unique personality because of the name.
Yes, sir.
And names spin stories, and you make
Yes,
the
sir.
story interesting. Yes, then you win the case. It's always
Yes, sir.
like that. Okay.
Sir,
Now
actually,
again,
one.
the village where from you are coming, that also is very nicely sounding. It is why you call it, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why?
Okay. What is the meaning of that?
Sir, it doesn't have any meaning, sir.
Oh, it
Again,
can be.
yes, sir. It's
Okay,
as
I will put it differently. What is the history behind this name?
history behind the name of why. Sir, sorry, sir. I am not aware of it. I need
Uh,
to check into it.
try and find out. You see, this is what happens
Yes,
in a personality test. It is not just
yes, sir.
looking at your personality. It is people, places, things around you. When I
Yes,
say
sir.
around, it is 360 degrees. It could
Yes,
be
sir.
from Satara to Santiago because
Yes,
everything
sir.
is around you. The whole world is around you. But
Yes,
then
sir.
the people, places, things around you, nearer to you, evokes a lot of interest. So,
Hmm.
so you're daft. You should do a lot of research on
Sure,
your
sir.
daft to find out what is this particular word which I have used while describing
Sure.
myself in the daft. What is the
Sure,
meaning
sir.
of that? What is the history behind it? Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the boards they devote about 40% of the time on DAF or DAF
Mm-hmm.
related.
Mm-hmm.
So DAF itself is a great mine of knowledge for the examiner who is
Yes,
going
sir.
to interview you. So it's very important. I want you to go through. As I ask questions, you will realize that I've culled out everything from the DAF only.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes.
things which are interesting, which are
Mm-hmm.
unique, which are closely related to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you
Sure.
did political science and international relations.
It's my optional, sir.
Okay, yeah. That was your optional. And
Yes, sir.
tell me, we are in a very interesting place as a continent, Asia.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Which are the rogue states in Asia?
Rock states, huh, sir?
Rogue, ROGUE, rogue states in Asia.
Okay. So the rogue states in Asia will be North Korea. It's one of the rogue state. Afghanistan, after the takeover of Taliban, can be considered as a rogue state. Then after Myanmar, after the military junta takeover, can be considered as a rogue state. Sir. These three I could think of right now.
You said North Korea, Myanmar, and
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. You left our immediate neighbor?
Pakistan, sir.
Yes. You
Sir,
want to be friendly? You want to be friendly?
it's a constitutional democracy over there, sir. Under
Okay.
the garb of deep state of military.
Hmm.
So it would be very brave to call it a rogue state, sir.
What is a rogue state, firstly? You tell me.
Uh, the rogue state will be kind of that state which is not governed properly, that is not ruled properly, uh, not as per the uh, not as per the written constitution, not as per the rules and regulations. That would be rogue state.
Okay. Is there a definition?
Uh, I haven't come across a definition. I have
Try
made
and find
it
out. Try
myself.
and find out. If at all there is a definition, it must be in treatises of political science or in one of the UN conventions. Is there a
Okay, sir.
definition of a rogue state, and why do we keep calling a particular state as a rogue state? You can
Rogue.
try and find out. And
Okay, sir.
how about Palestine and Israel? Will you club them as a rogue state?
No, sir. Both states are being ruled. They are means Israel is a democracy. Palestine is also having democratic elements. So they are not rogue states, sir. I actually India is pushing for the two nation state theory over there. It was earlier part of British mandate, and now Israeli people have taken the land of Arabs and have established the Israel state in 1948. From that, there is a conflict between these two states, but these are not rogue states, sir.
Okay. What is your observation or prediction as far as the Hamas-Israeli conflict is concerned?
So Hamas actually outmaneuvered the Israeli intelligence in the early October 2023. It was a kind of very strange situation, because considering the robustness of the Israeli military, Israeli intelligence, the Mossad, it is kind of very surprising for the world to see that. Uh, my prediction is that Israel has all the right to protect its sovereignty, to protect the lives of the people, to fight for the lives of the hostages that have been taken by Hamas. But at the same time, they should not. The civilian casualties should be taken care of. The collateral damage is actually huge as compared to the actual attacks which are happening on the terrorists of Hamas, sir. So that needs to be taken care of. The balance between the lives of civilians versus the right of the state to protect its citizens.
You mean to say they can continue with the war, but they should follow these conventions, the Hague Convention. That's what you're trying to say.
International humanitarian convention should be followed, sir.
But the war should continue. Why?
The Hamas is a terrorist organization, sir, and unless and until the capability of that terrorist organization is not subdued, there will be attacks even further in the coming future. So they have all the right to dismantle the organization, the Hamas organization, but the lives of the innocent civilians should not be taken as a collateral damage in that cause, sir.
Now you did your MBA in IIM Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
It's a 2-year program.
Yes, sir. 2-year program.
Okay. Can you tell me something very unique about the IIM's program which impressed you the most, which you will call as a stepping stone to your success?
Basically, the program that is offered to me was the post-graduation program in management, PGP we call it as. Why I was attracted toward it, that it gave me a professional opportunity to hone my leadership skills and organizational skills, which I got to know when I was doing my engineering. So actually, I think that these are the skills which will help me in the administration also. That's why I pursued the program. And it's a very prestigious institute. When I enrolled, it was second rank in the management. I learned a lot of things over there, sir.
Have you read the book Up Down the Organization?
Sorry, sir, I haven't.
Okay. There used to be a joke as to what they don't teach in Harvard.
Okay.
In MBA.
Huh.
Is there anything which they don't teach in IIM Bangalore?
Uh, they teach the case studies. They teach from the slides. They teach us 2 by 2 matrix and how to solve the business case studies. That's the thing. Also, we are very good at making presentations, sir. And that is also one of the side benefit that we get.
In fact, there is a notion that all these business schools, including the IIMs in India and the global business schools elsewhere, they train only people to become CEOs, CFOs,
Yes, sir.
chairmans, presidents,
Yes, sir.
super president. Is it true?
Uh, means learning is one of the things, sir. But innate skills are also there. Means yes, it's true that few of the managers who have gone to become CEOs, presidents are from these prestigious institutes. But it doesn't mean that you need to have these kind of degrees to become. If one is having the innate skills, then he will become. Steve Jobs wasn't from any of the prestigious institute, but we study case study on the Steve Jobs and Apple in these prestigious institutes. Sir.
Can you tell me some soft skills which you were not aware of or you didn't have, but you developed those soft skills because of the IIM education?
Okay. Sir, actually, till getting into IIM, I was into Maharashtrian colleges, schools only. So I was able to interact with the Maharashtrian people only. But after getting enrolled into IIM, I could interact with the whole range of people, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, right from Gujarat to Assam, Nagaland. So that is one of the skill that I think that I got from the IIM Bangalore. And means even during the stay of mine in Bangalore and afterwards in Bangalore, I learned the language also so as to connect with the people more, so as to empathize with the people. I can speak in Kannada and understand also.
Okay, good. That's good. And Abhishek, I noticed that the background of your father and mother
Yes, sir.
would have had a great impact on you. Father was a village development officer and mother was a primary school
Yes, sir.
teacher. And these
They
are,
both are, sir.
say again?
They both are. Currently, they are in the service, sir.
Okay. And these are two change agents at the rural level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm sure they would have made a lot of impact
Yes, sir.
in the rural livelihood, economic development, cultural, educational,
Yes, sir.
and what impacted you the most from your father and mother?
Sir, both of them are into this government service. The quality that I like or I pick from them is the honesty. First of all, honesty and doing your work sincerely. So I remember that in 2005, my father has been awarded a prize from the then President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam for his work into cleanliness. And many of the students of my mother have gone into services. They are doctors, engineers. Few of them have become civil servants also. So that made me realize the importance of the honesty and hard work that we should put in into our works.
Okay, good. You worked in Samsung for about 2 years plus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which area you are or product you are looking into?
Sir, I was looking into mobile phones category, and I was based out of Bangalore, looking after the rest of the Karnataka area, south of the rest of the Karnataka areas.
Now, you did an interesting activity under the NSS, that is rehabilitation of landslide hit villages.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what was this landslide about and what were the damages which happened to the villages and what was the rehabilitation program which was undertaken at that time?
Sir, it was in the year of 2015 when I was into engineering college. There was a village called as Malin in the Pune district, which means and on the unfortunate night in the month of August, the whole village got subdued. Means once there was a village, and after the landslide, there was nothing. So that was the kind of devastation that village has.
What caused the landslide? Is it a higher plateau? What is the altitude of that place?
Sir, I'm not exactly aware of the altitude, but it was the heavy rain that caused the landslide at that time. It was erratic rain at that time, and it was like a cloud burst at that time, and whole village got swept away. There was nothing after that unfortunate night, and from our college, the NSS, the wing of NSS has arranged the collection drive for the rehabilitation of the people, and we collected around 5 lakh rupees. I was part of that program, sir.
Okay, you were able to give them cash, you were able to give them relief material, food, water,
Yes, sir.
things like provisions, things like that. What
Yes, sir.
happened to their belongings, their house, their land? What happened to the agricultural land and things like that? Did it remain intact or was it affected also?
Sir, all these things were washed away, sir. Their home, their belongings, their agricultural land, all the things were washed away, sir. There was nothing.
Nothing. But then what happened thereafter? Was there a resettlement, rehabilitation,
Yes, sir.
reconstruction?
Then there were the from the disaster management team, NDRF, and the district administration. They have run the program of reconstruction, rehabilitation, and after some time they were there. They have helped them in constructing their houses and all those things.
Abhishek, why I raised this question? Because it's a very, very interesting aspect when villages get washed away,
Yes, sir.
villages get uprooted.
Yes, sir.
So there is no profile left. You don't know the
Yes, sir.
contours of that village. You don't know what is
Yes, sir.
north, what is south, what was there, how much of land,
Yes,
how
sir.
much of building, nothing.
Nothing. Yes, sir.
So how do you establish the rights? How do you see, everybody has a record of right,
Yes, sir.
In the village, everybody has got a khata, a patta,
Yes, sir.
which
Yes,
gives
sir.
him the right of the land which he possesses. It could be household or it could be agricultural. But here there is nothing.
Yes, sir.
How does one compensate?
Sir, very honestly speaking, I'm not aware of the things that afterwards happened. I was just part of the collection drive, and we had
Try
given.
and find out. This happened in which year?
This happened in 2015, sir.
2015, not far away, about 8 years back. Try and find out what happened. How they were resettled, very important. That
Sure, sir.
could be a question. This could be a
Okay.
question. Or,
Sure, sir.
or if they ask you, what did you do with the NSS? Try and bring out these points. So here is an actual situation. You see, this happened during the Koina earthquake also.
Yes,
It
sir.
happened in Maharashtra. Very bad earthquake. People
Yes,
lost
sir.
everything.
Hmm.
Then there should be a way. I have seen while serving, I served in Bengal, while serving in Bengal, Assam, and Bihar. Many a times we see the Brahmaputra and Ganges changes its course.
Yes, sir.
When it changes its course, it swallows villages,
Yes, sir.
swallows land. You have lost all your land because it has gone underwater.
Yes, sir.
Why should you lose your land? So try and find out. There are two terms:
Okay.
antediluvian.
Antediluvian.
Diluvian and antediluvian. This happened during the British times.
Okay.
When you lose your possessions, especially the collaterals,
Hmm.
by way of natural calamities, the state comes forward to resettle you. If the river changes its course, there is an old course which is available for settlement. They try and settle that. And there is a craze for people to go and occupy that because that is alluvial, in the sense it is a riverbed, which is fertile.
Yes.
Because it had all the silt.
Yes.
And all the wealth through which the river ran through. So people go and occupy all that thing. But then there is a procedure to settle that down. So here also in this particular village affected by landslide, how did they resettle their possessions? Very important.
Sure, sir, I'll look into it.
If you are able to bring out that information during the interview, full marks to you.
Sure, sir, I'll look into it, sir.
See, this
thank you for this insight.
This is what, instead of saying they were affected, we gave them food, we gave them cash, we gave them clothing. These are normal things. I want you to bring out something unique.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure this is what they would have taught you in the Institute of Management also. You must bring in the core elements of any problem.
Yes, sir.
You must bring in the USP of a product.
Yes, sir. USP. Yes, sir.
You must bring the USP.
Sure, sir.
To sell that incident, and to the interview board, you are selling that incident. You are presenting.
Sure, sir. Yes,
unique. Sir. See this. Please think like, when is your interview?
Sir, it's in 9th of January, sir.
Oh, not far away. You have another 20 days only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Think in these terms. Like, first, go through your DAF. Find out the critical names, places, things in your DAF.
Yes.
When I say DAF, it is not just DAF related.
Okay.
Like we talked about international relations. How does Hamas come there? How does Afghanistan come there? Rogue state comes, things like that. And try and find out the unique things about that place, that person, that thing.
Okay, sir.
What is the latest on Trump?
Latest.
I'm asking today's news.
I am not aware of the today's news, sir. But he will be running for 2024 presidential elections.
No, that is old news. That is old news. I want new news.
So sorry, sir, I am not kind across.
They have banned him from contesting in the primary.
Oh, Republican Party or the government over there?
I don't know the details. Try and find out. I saw the headlines, so it's a big shock to him. But he will try and come out. He's a very crafty fellow.
Yes, sir.
He's a very clever politician, and I have a feeling he has 1,000 lives. So, but this is the news I was reading. See, look at the problems which are posed to him, and he comes out of all those problems.
Yes,
and people say if he stands for election, he will win.
Yes, very great chances.
That type of democracy US has.
Yes, sir.
See, everything I want you to look at it not in the textual way.
Okay.
But in a critical way. That will bring out your personality.
Okay, sir.
Now, another interesting information I noticed in your DAF is
yes, sir.
Mentoring at Civil Services Capacity Building Program. What is this?
Yes. Sir, the district administration at Kupwara has selected around 100 people to be trained for the civil services. Like they will be appearing for UPSC state services, and we through one of the NGOs have gone over there and taught subjects to those people.
But how did you land up in Kupwara from Satara?
Sir, through the NGO which is based out of Pune. the district collector, deputy commissioner over there had contacted the NGO, and the NGO has asked us to help in this cause. The students who have cleared mains last year, they have been selected as a tutors over there.
Okay.
So I was one of them.
Out of these programs, how many students became successful?
Sir, the students at that time were at the very beginning level. They were just means in the last year of their colleges or just passed out. So we have prepared their foundation course. We have been given around 2 months of the time, and each tutor used to go for 1 week and used to teach over there. So as of now, we have made the background, the foundation of them very strong, and around 3 people out of 100 have got into this state services PSI exam.
Right.
They have been selected, but
Okay.
as of now, none of have been selected into UPSC, sir. But they are focusing on 2024. Few of them would be giving their attempt in 2025. Sir.
That's good. That's good. That is something very interesting. Okay. Now, Abhishek, the interview part is over. Now I will get into the feedback on your performance in the last 30 minutes and what
Okay, sir.
more you should concentrate.
Okay.
See, this personality test is not to reject you.
Yes, sir.
The aim of the personality test is to enable your selection. And the board, UPSC board, will always be very, very encouraging to all the candidates to talk more, talk better, give a better presentation. It is not testing your knowledge. Your knowledge has already been tested in the preliminary and the mains and all those things. So this is to understand your personality. You want to be a civil servant? Are you the right civil service material? What is your focus on problems and development issues in the country, in the world? How do you look at problems in the world? They can throw a very challenging questions like, can you tell me the problems faced by Australia? Can you tell me the problems faced by Zimbabwe? Things like that. It is not again to test your knowledge. First of all, you must know where is Zimbabwe. So any African problem is a Zimbabwe problem.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is Australia? It is an isolated continent. It is not part of the European bloc. It is not part of the American bloc. So what are the problems which they face? It is mostly logistics. You can always say to the rest of the world, logistics is always a. You see, when you talk like that, they know that your understanding is better. I don't want you to talk about the grain production, meat production, milk production in Australia, which is everybody's subject. Everybody knows. I think right from grade 3, we have learned about Australia, all these details, which they are also not interested to know, but they wanted to. And you should also say that, so it's a very cricketing nation. We have tremendous connect with Australia, New Zealand, because of cricket.
Cricket, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, the moment you give that answer, the board will become very interested in you.
Okay.
You should never be in a hurry to give an answer.
Okay.
Though the answer is well known to you, don't be in a hurry. Try and think very fast. How do I ornament my answer? How do I present it so that it becomes a unique answer? Now, they may ask this question. Mimicking the Vice President of India by a member of Parliament. What is your thinking on this?
Is it a question to me?
The mimicking the Vice President of India by a member of Parliament in the Parliament complex. Are you not aware of this? That means you are not
Yes,
following.
sir. 2 days back. No, sir. I'm aware of it. The TMC,
Okay.
one of the TMC MP has done it.
What is your thinking on this?
Sir, first of all, Vice President is very honorable and it's a constitutional post, sir. Mimicking such a high dignitary in the complex, in the Parliament complex, is not as per the parliamentary ethics, sir. So it's very wrong and derogatory thing on the part of the MP.
Why parliamentary ethics? I will add one more thing. Sir, it is.
Sir,
You should always say that it is totally unbecoming. You understand the word unbecoming. You see, that explains everything. Why parliamentary ethics? Even human ethics.
Yes,
you can't. He's an elder. He's the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. You can't mimic him.
Yes.
Okay. See, this is where you score a point when you talk differently.
Okay.
You don't have to be. You see, they are not wanting to know from you what happened. They are wanting to know your critical analysis. It need not be a long story. But you give your opinion, honest opinion. It may be negative. Fine. You're condemning that man. It's fine. It is your opinion. It is totally. In fact, I would say, sir, it is very unbecoming. A member of parliament has no reason to mimic the chairman of the Rajya Sabha in this way. Simple. Period.
Yes.
That explains everything. So, any question, don't think that when the question is asked, you know the answer. You should always think that, let me give a different answer. Let me make it a unique answer. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, you answered very well when I asked about the soft skills which you developed when you were in IAM. Yes. Always. You see, IAM is a very, very liberal and broad spectrum of management education. My reach became larger. See the words which I use, the keywords. My reach became larger. My connect became more effective. My vision got enlarged. You see, all these you have learned in IAM. Vision, mission, connect, reach. You must use keywords. See, why I am saying this? I want you to use keywords. These are keywords. My focus.
Yes, sir.
All along, I was used to local knowledge. Now, the IAM education transported me into a global environment. See how you
Yes, sir.
You said it, but I am telling it in a different way.
Yes, sir. It's very effective way, actually, sir. Using the keyword.
Yes. Use keywords. Very, very important because keywords convey a lot of meanings.
Sure, sir.
Instead of 2 sentences, you can just use only 2 words to explain, which will explain more than 2 sentences.
Yes.
This is what I want you to practice.
Yes, sure, sir.
Has KingMakers Academy given you probable questions from the DAF? Have they?
No, they haven't.
Please ask Mr. Prabhakar. We have prepared over the last 5-6 years. We have prepared possible questions from These are standard questions, about
Okay.
about the place of birth, the education, the motto of the college, things like that. I want you to go through that.
Mhm.
You know the answer, but I want you to refine the answer.
Sure, sir.
You see, most of the questions you will be able to answer because they are all very standard questions. But
Mhm.
I want you to have a refined answer for all these things.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is all I have noticed today. You are quite self-confident, which is good. Maintain that. And are you going to keep the beard at the time of interview?
Sir, actually, I was going to ask the same question to you. Should I or shouldn't I?
Okay, why are you keeping the beard?
So it looks, first of all, it looks presentable. I look very presentable in it. That's the thing, sir.
With the beard?
Yes, sir.
Who told you that? Your girlfriend or boyfriend?
Oh, sir. The first one, sir.
Okay, I think you look better without the beard.
Okay, sir.
Number one.
Actually,
Hmm.
okay.
The reason being, it gives you a serious look. I don't want to be a serious candidate while appear before the. I want you to be a jolly good candidate, cheerful candidate. That
Yes, sir. Okay.
cheerfulness is masked the moment you are keeping a beard.
Okay.
Okay, it gives you a serious. Who keeps beards? Scholars. It
Yes,
started
sir.
with Muslim scholars, but later it went to the other religious practices also. It gives a serious look. No, not at this age. Even at my age, I am not keeping a beard.
Yes, sir.
So I think, and that is number one. Number two, January, 9th January, it'll be cold, Delhi. What is
Yes,
going to
sir.
be the dress?
Sir, it's not like that. I'll be wearing white shirt, and over that there will be blazer, sir, and there will be tie.
Try and practice the knot and the tie. It should be presentable.
Sure, sir.
I'm sure you will have a good tie, but my point is the knot is very, very important. It should not be very tight. It should not be very loose. You can send it to me later. You can get my number from Mr. Prabhakar. The
Okay.
way the dress you are going to wear, put on a mock dress
Okay, sir.
and send it to
Sure, sir.
me how it looks, things like that. Very important. That's because apparel maketh a man.
Yes, sir.
So it should be presentable. It should not be gaudy. It should not be shiny. It should not be. I mean, you have seen civil servants when they appear in the conferences and all, how they dress and things like that. Try and follow that. And the the other thing is, I talked about your self confidence. Maintain that, and you must smile more.
Okay.
And
Sure, sir.
as I said, the beard was masking your smile. Smile. It's going to be a very friendly board. They are not
Yes, sir.
there to reject you, as I told you in the beginning itself. No,
Yes, sir. Yes.
they want to
Yes.
select you, but you have to give them the opportunity, which
Sure,
you
sir.
can. It is in your fingertips. Presentation, keywords,
Yes, sir.
and you have a rich experience, as I see from your tab, which you can ornament it. Tell them
Yes, sir.
your NSS both are very nice. What you did, mentoring, rehabilitation of the landslide hit village, and you can write stories on this. But
Yes, sir.
find your answer. Need not be very elaborate. What are the
Okay.
you see? What are the takeaways from the incident? What are the lessons learned? Which is important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, it is not the narrative. Narrative, everybody knows. Landslide, what happens, everybody knows. But what are the takeaways? The
Mm-hmm.
lesson learned.
Mm.
Same way, Kupwara also the end result. So 3 boys became successful in the state service. Very good. That itself shows that whatever efforts you people have put in all the way from Satara to Kupwara, there is an effect which is there.
Yes. Yes, sir.
This is what you must bring it out in all the answers, in other questions also. Now, maybe we will have one more interview. I don't think you require any one-to-one mentoring because you are quite good. Your knowledge is good. Presentation is good. I want you to refine it further.
Sure.
But we may have a mock interview, which Mr. Prabhakar will tell you, where 3 or 4 of us will try and give you that boardroom environment. We will try and do that before your final interview. In between, any doubt you have, how a particular answer should be phrased, this is what I have done, but I am not comfortable. Can you help me? You can always approach me. You can send me an email or WhatsApp. WhatsApp is always better. You can you can send it to me. We are here to help you become successful. Very important. Do you have any questions to ask me? You can ask.
Yes, sir. Means a few of the questions are troubling me. First of all, like my background. First of all, I'm an engineer. Then after MBA, then after work for around 2.5 years, and then after civil services. That too with PSI options, sir. So my profile seems very contradictory to me. So will the board see the same thing? And second question will be, how should I justify the answer that why civil services? These are the questions that are troubling me.
Okay. Simple. I mean, most people will have a profile like you. Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Most of them. Majority of successful candidates are engineers. Few
Yes,
doctors,
sir.
of course. Majority.
Yes, sir.
Why do you study engineering? Why do you study humanities? These are disciplines. You want to study and understand the subject in depth.
Yes, sir.
It need not be related to your profession.
Okay.
If you are studying that as a subject, at that point of time, when you just out of school, you've chosen that subject. You didn't know that you will end up as an engineer, you will end up as a civil servant, you will end up as a doctor, or you will end up as a politician. You really don't know. So you are studying a subject as a subject per se.
Yes, sir.
Later only I come to know about the career progression. So I thought my engineering education is not enough. I went into management. Because engineering is more applied, management is more broad-based.
Yes.
You see, engineering is applied to a very specific discipline, in the sense you did mechanical engineering.
Yes, sir.
Whereas management is covering everything.
Yes, true.
From medical administration to hospital administration to hospitality management to disaster relief to productivity improvement, quality circle. So it's very large. A to Z. That is management. That is how I took that education. And I also went into private sector. I went into marketing of a technology product, which is mobile phones, because there is a communication revolution all over the world. So I was able to understand technology plus how to sell a product in a competitive environment, not merely selling a product. In a competitive environment, it's a very competitive environment. Mobile phones.
Yes, sir.
And that too from a major like Samsung. which is
Yes, sir.
very leading manufacturer in the world, one of the leading, I would say top 5
Yes, sir.
manufacturer in the world. So I have varied experience. With all this, I thought, if I get into governance in the country, my knowledge will be very useful. Because governance encompasses all disciplines, all issues, and all development oriented for greater masses. Whereas your son was addressing a particular segment. Whereas in governance,
Yes,
you
sir.
don't address a particular segment. Your focus is very large. Your target, not audience, I would say, your target beneficiaries are very large. So I thought this is the
Yes, sir.
best. I
Yes,
have
sir.
given you. Normally, they may not ask. Very
Okay.
rarely they will ask. But this, keep it in the background. This is how you should. They may say from management to governance. I said, yes, sir, it is all. Governance is again management.
Manage. Yes.
With no, but there could be some difference. Yes, sir. The difference is, yeah, a manager and a governance, that is a civil servant, there's a lot of difference. A manager gets a lot of resources. Civil servant doesn't get resources. But still, he has to manage.
True, sir.
You see, that there is a major difference. You will land
Yes,
up in
sir.
district, you will land up in the as sub-collector, collector, divisional commissioner. There will not be fund. But you have to do the magic.
Yes,
Tomorrow
sir.
there is flood, there is earthquake, landslide. How do you organize things? From zero, you have to organize all these things. And you can,
Yes, sir.
because you have the power.
Yes, sir.
You see, that enables you to pull out the rabbit out of a hat.
Yes, sir. True, sir.
So that's why all this education will help me a lot when I
Yes.
get into the areas of governance. That is how I chose this. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay,
You
sir.
don't have to be very elaborate, but I have given you the gist of what you should talk when they talk about mechanical engineering to management to Samsung to civil service. All the 4 part of your profile, I have given you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was the other question you had asked?
Why civil services?
Yeah, why civil service? Okay. Sir, it is full of challenges.
Sir, let me answer. Means what is my answer?
Okay.
If you allow me, I'll.
Yes.
So actually, both of my parents are into civil services, into government jobs. So I have seen them how they have transformed the lives of the people they have touched. The work that my father have done as in the cleanliness drives, my mother has done in the education sector. They have impacted me a lot. And actually, both of my parents also wanted to see their son becoming a civil servant, doing or progressing their work on a much broader scale, on a much broader length, or on much broader focus wise. So that's why I wanted to come to this civil services.
Okay, good answer. Well, the only one point I will add that I grew up, as I grew up, they were also growing up in their service.
Yes, sir.
Village development and teaching profession. And
Yes,
I
sir.
could see the impact they made
Yes, sir.
on the society. That impacted me.
Yes, sir.
See, I could see the impact they made on the society while doing their work, and that impacted me and made me aware of the challenges and the work which you can do for the rural masses. Bring in that element, masses.
Okay.
See, here Unlike the private sector, your beneficiaries are very large, and you are doing everything with meager resources. How do you do? Management.
Yes, sir.
Scarce resources, better management, larger benefits.
Yes, sir.
Remember that. Scarce resources, better management, and larger beneficiaries. This is unique in civil service.
Yes, sir.
You give that answer. That is I would call that as the best answer. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then.
Sir, one of my hobby is reading.
Reading. You said reading?
Reading and listen. No, not sorry. No. Listening. Discussing and listening stories from Indian mythology.
Yes, I
So,
saw
which
that.
type
Yes.
of questions should I
They
expect?
may. They may. I mean, which story is relevant today? Which story is your most favorite, which you keep talking to people about? They may ask.
Okay.
Which one? Tell me.
So the story which I talk about is the story of Nar and Narayan. These are the one of the avatars of Vishnu, Bhagwan Vishnu. In one of the 24 avatars of Lord Vishnu, these are the two avatars, and they were doing their penance on the in the Himalayas, and after a penance of around 1,000 years, they have got tremendous powers, and which made the throne of the celestial throne of the Lord Indra was unstable because of the penance that they were doing. And then after that, Indra sends the apsaras or the nymphs of the Devloka to them so as to woo them and so as to break their penance, break their the tapasya they were doing. But after seeing this thing, the both Nar and Narayan, they actually Nar, one of them produces one of the nymph called as Urvashi from the uppermost part of his thigh, and the nymph, the Urvashi was actually able to outsmart all the apsaras that have been sent, and then the both of them tell that the happiness from the material things is not at all as compared that we get from the spiritual things and doing the things that we get in the spiritual realm. This is the story. This is my favorite story, and if they ask, I'm going to.
What is what is the takeaway from the story?
Material gains are always temporary, but the spiritual gains are always everlasting and permanent.
Make the story a bit shorter.
Sure, sir.
And bring in this element, the moral of the story, the takeaway, very, very important.
Yes, sir.
And it is relevant today, you must say.
Yes, sir.
Maybe
Yes, sir.
it is not near material wealth. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, that could be a possible question. I saw that. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
Abhishek, wish you all the best and keep in touch. Anything you can
Sure.
always send a WhatsApp to me, and also about your dress. I want you to send a photograph and just
Yes.
see and think what could be you yourself should frame the question.
Yes, sir.
Now that I told you how they framed the question, I given you the sample. Play this again
Yes,
and see
Yes, sir.
how I have framed all these questions, how they are DAF related, Abhishek related, and
Yes, sir.
try and see how I can refine the answer. Give it different answer, interesting answer.
Sure,
Not,
sir. The USP thing.
not the typical question answer session. No, it's not a questionnaire I'm asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is an intellectual conversation which
Yes,
started
sir.
with your surname.
Yes, sir.
It's an intellectual conversation.
Mm.
This is how they try and find out your personality. Okay, right. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for all the insights, sir. Yeah,
Right.
I'll surely follow them.
Yes, I'm
Thank
sure you will be able to. Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
It was a confidence booster session for me, sir. Thank you,
Very
sir.
good.
Thank you.
I'm happy. I mean, we ought to mentor you like that, you know. I'm
Yes,
happy you gave this remark. Thank you.
yes.
Okay. Right.
Hope to see such officers in the service also. Thank you, sir.
You will. There are a lot of accomplished people. Our time is over.
Yes,
But then there are a lot of people today, a lot of youngsters who are doing very well, and with their background, their education, their outlook, they are doing well. But then still, people may say things are not okay. It's a vast country
yes,
with
sir.
vast problem, with scarce resources. See, as I said,
Yes, yes,
managing
sir.
that is a challenge.
Yes, sir.
You see, still with all these problems, we are one nation.
Yes, sir.
We are not broke like Pakistan or Sri Lanka. Economically, they are all broke. We are
Yes,
not.
sir.
Yes, steady. We are very steady and we are very sturdy. That is something unique with India. Okay,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Bye then. All the best. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.